Hello and welcome back to Bay from Burma. I'm Bay and today I'll be sharing how to make a simple and traditional steamed fish at home. For this recipe, I'm using Seabass. This dish is very common in Chinese households and is made with easy to find ingredients that you probably already have in your kitchen, like tomato, onion, garlic, and ginger. Let's get started. Let's take a look at the ingredients. They are all very basic and simple to start the dish without any hassle, so you can cook this anytime you like. First, I take 2 cloves of garlic and I chop them finely. Garlic adds a very nice smell and gentle flavor to the fish. After that, I put the chopped garlic into the tray. This is the tray that I will use to marinate and steam the fish. Next, I take about 1-inch piece of ginger and slice it very thinly. The shape doesn't matter too much. What's important is that it's thin enough to release its flavor while the fish is steaming. Now let's get the ingredients ready for the sauce. I'm starting with 1 onion. First, I cut it in half and then I remove the top stem. And then I chop it into bite-sized chunks about 1/2 inch thick. The onion will simply add the sweetness and depth to the sauce as it cooks. Next up is the tomato. I cut it in half and remove the stem area and dice it into roughly 1-inch pieces. Personally, I don't like the seeds and I like to remove the seeds as well in this recipe. Removing the seeds will help to make the sauce a little smoother and less watery. In this recipe, the tomato will give the dish a fresh, tangy flavor and a very nice, vibrant color. This is the Seabass I'm using today. I've made about 3 shallow cuts per side for the fish, and this helps the seasoning soak into the meat more evenly. For the seasoning wise, I add about 1/2 tablespoon of soy sauce for the umami and the depth of flavor, followed by 1 teaspoon of salt to enhance the overall taste of the dish. Here I want to recommend to sprinkle the salt evenly all over the fish first so the seasoning will spread nicely. And then I add 1/2 tablespoon of canola oil to keep the fish moist while steaming. The next step is I gently rub everything in, making sure that the fish is well coated. After that, I top it with some of the sliced ginger and the minced garlic. Once that's done, I place the fish into a steamer. Any kind of steamer will work for this recipe, as long as it's big enough to fit the whole fish. Steam it for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the fish is fully cooked and tender. After about 20 minutes, the steamed Seabass is finally ready. I take it out and set it aside while I quickly prepare for the sauce. The sauce cooking process will take roughly about 5 minutes only. In a pan, I heat about 1 tablespoon of canola oil over medium heat. Once the oil is hot, I add the chopped onions and saute them for a short while until they start to soften and release a light sweetness. Next, I add a tablespoon of soy sauce. This gives the dish a rich, savory umami base that pairs perfectly with the steamed fish. After adding, I give everything a good stir to coat the onions and bring out the flavor. Then I add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. This is my favorite brand because it adds the deep and the sweet richness that you often taste in classic Chinese cooking. I continue stirring to blend it all together. At this point, the sauce already smells amazing. After that, I pour in about 100 ml of water to create a light gravy-like consistency. Then toss in the chopped tomatoes. I stir gently so that the tomatoes mix well without breaking apart too much. I like them soft but still slightly chunky for the texture. About 1 minute of cooking is enough here. Now the sauce is ready. I pour it directly over the steamed fish while it's still hot, so all the flavor really soaks in. To finish, I like to garnish with some green onions, or you may want to use the Chinese coriander. Feel free to style it however you like to make it your own for the garnition. And here it is, the final dish. Homestyle steamed sea bass with tomato, onion and ginger. I just love how the red from the tomatoes adds such a warm and inviting touch to the plate. Of course, you can use any kind of fish you prefer. This recipe is super versatile and works with whatever you have available. Just be sure to serve it hot, and it's perfect with a bowl of steamed rice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this simple and delicious recipe. See you next time. Bye bye everyone.